Hey everybody, so this is me finally having some time to try to put this skirt together that I made, that I cut out on the Ditto, on my new Ditto machine. So this is just a sample, so I found some old fabric, some old linen fabric, and I decided to make the skirt out of that. It's just a test. I found some like little black leather type of fabric, but I was like, let me just keep it simple. All right, so this pattern, it only has four pieces, a front piece, back piece, and the two waistband facing pieces. It only takes a yard of fabric. Um, and then that's just me laying the front on the fold. The back, I need to cut two pieces of that. Me just putting my pattern weights down, getting ready to cut this pattern out. This is a real easy make. Um, but yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut my pattern out. That's one of my rotary cutters. They are so dull. I always have to go over it with the scissors. All right, so now I'm just going to go ahead and mark my darts. With my darts, what I normally do is I'll go ahead and I'll just cut the dart, fold it, and then that's how I'll mark my dart. So I'm doing that on the front piece, marking the dart, then I'll just flip it over and mark the dart on the other side, and I'll just do the exact same thing with the back piece. So after I mark my darts, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and pin all my darts together and get them ready to be sewed at the same time. It's me just pinning all the darts, prepping it for sewing. This linen fabric was like really thin too. But again, it's just a test, just test fabric. I'm doing some stash busting, so I'm trying to get rid of some fabric. So I need to sew some stuff up. All right, so this is me just taking the waistband, putting some interfacing on them just to stabilize it. So I'll just, once I cut this out, I'll just go over to my pressing station and I'll press that interfacing onto the back of the waistband facing. All right. All right, so yeah, I went ahead and did that real quick. You'll see I went ahead and um, ironed the facing. Okay, so this is me just at my sewing machine. I am sewing all the darts that I pinned. Um, I do take all my darts, tie knots at the ends of them so that they don't come loose. Tying a knot. And then after I do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my serger. I'm going to serge all the raw edges on this skirt. So here I am at my serger and serging all the raw edges. Linen frays, so it's a good practice to um, serge all the edges. Right. Right. All right, go ahead and finish with that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the front, I'm going to pin the front and the back pieces together at the side seam, and then I'm going to sew the side seam of the skirt. And I'm going to use a 5/8 inch seam allowance to do that. one side down, then I'm going to go over to the next side. So that side down using the 5/8 inch seam allowance. So after I'm finished sewing that, I'm going to take it over to my pressing station and I'm going to butterfly those seams open and press them down. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm just sewing the waistband pieces together. After I do that, I'm going to take it over to my serger, and I'm going to serge all the way around the raw edges because again, linen frays, and then that just looks a lot more professional. All right, so now I'm going to attach the waistband to the skirt, lining up all my seams. Back seam, side seam, lining everything up. Then I'm going to go ahead and sew that at a 5/8 inch seam allowance. I like to use lots of pins when I sew. Alright, so after I sew the waistband on, I'm going to take it over to my pressing station, butterfly those seams open, and I'm going to do an understitch. So here now you see me doing an understitch. Had to take those stitches, the first few stitches out, because whenever you are doing an understitch and you're going to put a zipper in, you have to do maybe about an inch or so, start sewing, doing your understitch. So after I do the understitch, I'm just going to fold it towards, I'm going to fold the waistband towards the inside of the skirt. Then I'm going to take it over to my pressing station and I'm just going to press it flat. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking the back seam and just pinning it together, marking where I want my zipper to stop, getting ready to put the zipper on, marking the end of my zipper on the zipper and the skirt. So what I do for my zipper is I'll go ahead and I'll do a basting stitch all the way down to where the zipper is going to stop, and then I'll go ahead and I'll press the seams open. Then I'll put my zipper on, I'll pin it down first. That's just me going over to my pressing station and pressing the seams open. Now I'm just pinning my zipper to the skirt. Now I'm looking for my zipper foot, and for some reason or another I cannot find the right zipper foot. I can only find my my left zipper foot and just my blind zipper foot. I'm sorry, my invisible zipper foot. But I like to use my invisible zipper foot at the very, I like for that to be my last stitch. So for some reason I couldn't find my other zipper foot, but I made it work. So after I put the zipper on, so here I am again looking for my zipper foot and I cannot find it. But anyways, I made it work. I put the zipper on again. This is just a mock-up skirt. I put the zipper on, I made it work, and then I ended up using my, so here I am trying to make it work again. But so yeah, I made it work. So now the zipper is on. So again, I like for my last stitch, I like, to get as close as I can to the zipper teeth. So that's when I'll use my invisible zipper foot. And that's it right there. So after that, the skirt is basically done. I just need to do some hemming, which I may or may not do. But yeah, that's it. I'll have my student try this on and see if this ditto is all what it's cracked up to be. All right, so there's the final skirt.